Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the hidden costs of shipping your product to Amazon that literally no one is talking about. When you ship something to Amazon, there is something that happens when it gets to Amazon, depending on what you shipped, is going to make it more expensive. If that sounds like something you're interested in learning about or interested in hearing me talk about, sure to stick around to the end, sure to like and subscribe down below, and let's get into it. So you're looking through Alibaba. You know what you want to sell on Amazon, you go to source it, you find it. It's the portable pet handbag. So you move over, you get a quote, the quote checks out, you start producing this product. You're then met with something, if you're not prepared, that's quite shocking. Hey, the shipping price of this might be just about the same cost as the product itself. And that's just something as we work in the e-commerce space, we buy products in bulk, we ship them to ourselves. Start to learn that pretty early on. And if that's you already have a high shipping price, you might go, okay, you know what? I plugged it into my profit calculator. Okay, you could go to Amazon Calc, just search Amazon Calculator, Fulfillment by Amazon Revenue Calculator, put in your package dimensions, right? So say that box is 19 by 7 by 6 or something, and it weighs 2 pounds. Select the category, that one's in pets. Home and garden, wasn't looking there alphabetically. Estimate, and then all you have to do is you type in your price. Okay, we're gonna sell this thing for 39 bucks, $39.99. We're gonna plug in our ship to Amazon cost, which we recently just figured out is $7. And we're gonna do cost of product, $9. Calculate. And we go, okay, 17%. Well, back when I thought it was gonna be $1 to ship, thought I was gonna be rocking in with 32% net margin. Now that I know it's not just $1 to ship something to Amazon, even if I'm sea shipping it, right? You know, shipping is sea, air, train, drone, however you can get this package over, that's considered your shipping method. Most people selling on Amazon are going to be using sea freight. Put it on a big boat in a big cargo container and get this thing over here. But when I go back to my revenue calculator and I plug in how much it's actually going to cost, okay, maybe this is oversaturated and your product margins are fine. I only cost $3 to make this thing. Still get it in for 32 bucks with a $7 shipping price. Works out fine. Okay. Well, in that case, you go to Amazon and then you start selling it. But what you didn't realize was that depending on the size of the packaging, if you were off by a centimeter, you're going to have $3 higher fees. So I wanted to cover this really quickly. Okay. When we're looking at product size tiers, this is probably the thing that gets people the most. And guess what? Your competitor, the reason that I always use this and plug in my dimensions is so that doesn't happen. So that's why I was like, I wasn't like, hey, go use a profitability calculator by Helium 10 or go use, a profit calculator from Jungle Scout. When you pull those up on listings, your competitor might be doing something you can't see. So you think you have the same packaging, but they've actually optimized their packaging. They have custom packaging. They changed the size. And then you go, oh, my profitability, all I have to do is plug in this competitor, and then we'll have the same thing here. So now when you use this, it forces you to do this. Package dimensions, you have to put it in. So that's the first step. I would use the Amazon fulfillment calculator right here, and don't use another one unless you're actually changing the dimensions on that. But so often what I see people doing, especially beginners, is just assuming that their package dimensions are the same as their competitors, and that's not always true. So check this out. If you have a product that is 1 pound to 2 pounds and it fits within large standard size. Now large standard size is anything that is 18, you know what, let me just pull up the actual size chart here. It's 18 by 14 by 8. But give me 2 seconds, let me pull this up. So here we can see large standard size, 18 by 14 by 8. Small oversize is anything that goes over large standard size. And then small standard size is 15 inches by 12, but the shortest side has to be less than 3/4 of an inch or 0.75 inches. It also can't be over 1 pound. 16 ounces is a pound. I don't know why they use pound for everything else, but they put 16 ounces here. Anyway, burn this into your memory, okay? Do not let this trick you out. I'm telling you, if you have 18.2 by 14 by 8, you'll be in large standard size if they measure a couple and those boxes are consistently 18.2. So this is something that you have to be aware of, and you have to be bringing this up with your supplier. If you guys are curious about how to actually get to this page, just search Amazon FBA size tiers, and then the link will be should be right in front of you. This is actually on the back end of Amazon Seller Central. We could see here. So this is the hidden cost that I was talking about. Because you could have thought that your competitor who has $4.25 in fees is going to be your fee structure. You're like, oh, I have an $8 per unit profit margin, I'm solid. But actually, you're not in large standard. You're in small oversized because you went to 18.2 instead of 18, or 19 instead of 18. So instantly, the minimum you could have is $8.66 per unit. Oh my God, now I'm less than $3 per unit profit. What happened? Why did no one tell me about this? That's why I'm telling you about this. So many people don't take this as serious as it should be taken, and you'd be surprised how many times I have to remind people, double check your packaging dimensions, go look at the chart with them in front of you, and you should know exactly what your fees are going to be before you ever sell a product. Don't just use tools that are going to recommend what it probably will be. Figure it out exactly, okay? There's just kind of a short lesson for you here today, but I wanted to bring this up, and I wanted to remind you to look out for this. So when we go to Amazon and we look up a little pet carrying case, check this out. When I open up Helium 10's X-Ray tool, I've been using X-Ray a lot lately. If you don't have X-Ray, there'll be a link in the description to get 10% off for life for it. And then we come over here and we go to this. So check this out. We're looking at this, and this person has managed to fit it into large standard size, okay? And we pull this up, and we're running our profitability calculator off of this. So we pull up profitability calculator. I noticed like pretty much everyone's using something like this nowadays. And then we just assume that this is correct. Those are what our dimensions are going to be. Make a small customization to the product. And then let's do this. This is probably more like, or this is definitely not 200. That's probably more like 600. Okay. And then when we source this product, we send it in assuming we're going to have those 33% margins. But look what happens if this is 1 inch bigger, 18.6 instead of 17.6. We just lost a huge chunk of our margins, right? 17, 18. You're losing 10% right off the top. That might have been all that you had planned to spend on your PPC. So you can see how quickly just that inch will make a difference. And then don't just tell your supplier that this has to be done. When you get your inspection, have them measure each box. And even before the inspection, when the first print of the box is made, have them hold a tape measure next to the box and show you the dimensions. Say, hey, I really need to double check my fee structure on the platform that I'm selling on. Can you please show me the dimensions of the box in person, not just on the actual PDF that you sent them saying it should be these dimensions. So with that being said, that's where we're going to leave it off for this video. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. If you did make it this far in the video, please be sure to leave a like down below. Helps my channel immensely. And if you're still really confused about selling on Amazon, or you just want the proper guidance, I do have a first link in the description to my university for Amazon sellers. We're currently accepting applicants, so you'll be able to put in an application and see if you get accepted. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.